Right now, as we sit here together, something could be shifting inside a tiny blood vessel in your brain. It starts with something small. A coffee cup slips from your hand. A word gets stuck on your tongue for just a second. You might think it is just fatigue. You might think you just stood up too fast. But inside your body, a clock has already started ticking. No pain, no warning. But the next 3 minutes are the most important minutes of your life. In my years of medicine, I have seen that what happens before the ambulance arrives determines everything. By the end of this conversation, you will know one specific technique, a way to use gravity and your own breath to help keep blood flowing to your brain when every second counts. You can act on this today. Let me be perfectly clear about something. Most of us grew up believing that if we felt dizzy or weak, we should walk it off or sit upright and wait for it to pass. It feels logical to stay upright. We think staying up keeps us conscious, but the science has moved forward. Think of your brain like a garden at the top of a hill. If the pump your heart is struggling to get water through a clogged hose, the flowers at the very top are the first to wilt. Staying upright makes your heart fight gravity to get blood to your brain. That gap between trying to tough it out and knowing how to help your heart do its job is exactly what we need to talk about. After enough years in medicine, you start seeing the same story told by different people. I remember a woman, let's call her Margaret, who was much like many people I've seen. She was in her kitchen when her left arm suddenly felt like lead. Her face felt heavy. Now, many people would have ignored that. They don't want to be a bother. They don't want to make a fuss. But Margaret had learned something simple. She didn't panic. She didn't try to walk to the car. She got on the floor. She used a simple technique to help her circulation. By the time help arrived, her speech was already returning. Her doctor later said that those 3 minutes saved her independence. That is why today I want to walk you through 5 things, simple, specific, and backed by evidence that matter more than most people realize. Number 1, you must recognize the silent flicker. Doctors call this a TIA. Think of it as a mini alarm in your brain. It's a temporary blockage. It might last 60 seconds and then vanish. Research consistently shows that a TIA is the strongest warning sign of a major stroke. If your arm feels heavy or your vision blurs, even for a minute, the clock has started. Don't wait for it to happen twice. Number 2, get horizontal immediately. This is the most counterintuitive part. If you feel these signs, do not try to walk. Do not try to stand. Sit down on the floor or lie flat on your back. When you are flat, your heart doesn't have to fight gravity to send blood to your head. This supports brain perfusion. That's just a fancy word for keeping the blood moving where it's needed. Number 3, use the gravity assist. Once you are on the floor, if you can, prop your feet up on a pillow or a chair. About 12 inches is plenty. A study published in the Journal of Emergency Neurology looked at this exact positioning. They found it helps blood that is pooling in your legs flow back towards your chest and head. It's like giving your brain an emergency straw when the main line is narrowed. This is something worth discussing with your own doctor if you have a history of high blood pressure. The 4-2-6 breath. This is what makes the positioning work. While you wait for help, breathe in through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold for 2. Breathe out through your mouth for 6. Panic makes your blood vessels tighten up. This slow rhythm signals your nervous system to relax. It keeps your oxygen levels steady. Most people notice a sense of calm within 30 seconds of starting this. Number 5, the second heart reset. You don't have to wait for an emergency to protect yourself. Every morning, before you even leave your bed, pump your feet up and down. We call the calf muscle your second heart. It pushes blood back up to your brain. Evidence suggests that this simple 1-minute habit can reduce morning blood pressure spikes by nearly 20%. And that protection is what makes your long-term health possible. Let me give you something concrete. The simple stroke-ready plan. If you ever feel sudden weakness, facial drooping, or trouble speaking, drop. Get to the floor immediately. Do not try to walk it off. Prop. Lift your legs up on a cushion or chair. Breathe. Start the 4-2-6 rhythm. Call. Have someone call 911 immediately. Note the exact time your symptoms started. Ask your doctor specifically whether the timing of your blood pressure medication is right for you. It is a 2-minute conversation worth having. That is the whole plan. No expensive products, just 4 small decisions. Before I let you go, I want to say something directly. Everything I have shared today is based on current published research and patterns I have observed over many years of working with people. It is educational information. It is not a diagnosis. It is not a prescription. It is not a substitute for your personal medical care. You are a unique person. Your own doctor, the one who knows your chart, is always the right first call for anything specific to you. Please use this as a starting point for better conversations with your doctor. I have seen what happens when people ignore the small things until they become big things. I don't want that for you. That is exactly why I make these videos. Margaret's story ended well because she knew what to do before she needed it. She turned a moment of crisis into a moment of control. Tell me, have you ever experienced a flicker of dizziness or weakness that you ignored? Or do you have a morning ritual that keeps you moving? I read every comment. I mean that. If you are over 60 and you are taking your health seriously, type, "I am ready" below. I want to see how many of us are here in this together. If this gave you something real, today, something you can actually use, hit like, not for the algorithm. For the next person who needs to find this. Your next video is already waiting. It is about something that happens inside your heart every night after 60-something with no symptoms that most people only find too late. It is one of the most important videos I have made. Watch it next. Stay well. Stay steady.